What we do here is go back. So, we're back. Or I'm back, I guess. So I'm not going to do this for every single clip that comes out. I don't know how many more will come out. Like I said yesterday, it was completely impromptu. As you probably noticed, the sound is a lot better because I have my mic on. Because I was ready this time. So this morning, literally as soon as I woke up, I just happened to look because I got an email, checked my emails, and then once again, Discord blew up. I'm like, what is it now? And this time it was an actual, I guess a 2-minute long video. And so at first I thought, okay, maybe it's another trailer, like a full trailer properly this time. Because last time was obviously a little 30-second clip. And I was expecting a full, like, 2.5-minute long trailer like they did for Planet Earth and Blue Planet, or Planet Earth and Blue Planet 2 anyway. You know, with the full score, the full song and everything. So I'm assuming that's what this is, but I think it might just be an actual clip from a scene. Either way, like I said, this is not going to be a regular thing. Don't expect to see this, too much of this on here. But you know, this only happens like once every, 20 years? So yeah, I guess we'll take a quick look and see what we got, or what we're getting. So this is Prehistoric Planet official sneak peek. Jeez, I cannot speak right now.
Dawn on the shore of the ancient Tethys Sea.
Okay. Tethys Sea.
And hundreds of tiny turtle hatchlings are on the move.
I like the real footage they use here. It's always cute.
Instinctively, they race towards the safety of the water. They've been spotted by a hunter.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this looks really good. Okay. No.
A young T-Rex, still sporting a juvenile's feathery coat.
Oh, I love
He's
how
got the
detailed
killer
it is.
Instinct. But his problem is inexperience. This could take some time.
Ooh, sound work is great on this.
A full-grown T-Rex is the planet's most powerful predator. But today, he's just being father.
Oh, Daddy Rex, nice. Nice. Okay. Any reservations I had from yesterday are gone. Like, especially that animation work. Like, jeez. Like, okay, I pointed out yesterday there were some shots in the trailer that looked a bit like a bit unfinished, but like, so I was thinking okay, maybe it looks a little not quite Lion King level, right? Not quite Jungle Book Lion King level, because that's why they have Jon Favreau on this, because he directed those movies. And so he knows how to do this sort of virtual reality, virtual filming sort of thing with animals. And like, don't get me wrong, like, again, the clip they put out yesterday was great, but there were definitely some unfinished shots in there. So I'm like, you know, I'll take it 100%. Like, I'll take it, but it didn't look as crisp as what this looks like. And like, this is definitely a finished, or at least to me anyway, it looks very finished, very polished. The detailing on the feathers and the the scales, like the shot with the turtle. Because that's what I was waiting for. I was trying to see how well it would match with the live action baby turtle, and they, dang, I'm looking at it again. Like they nailed this. They nailed this right here. Like it looks it looks like the snout specifically. Like it looks like a practical effect. And then they have these little feathers that are just above the ear that just are just out of place. That little detailing. That's why I loved. I don't know. I'm such a sucker for like good CGI animation, good photoreal CG animation particularly. So yeah, she's in the color. The wow. I'm sorry. I'm just gushing right now. But so for anyone who watches my channel or stumbles upon my channel because of this video or the video from yesterday, my reactions or not, and I guess doesn't really understand why I'm so excited and why so many paleo geeks and people who are in the field in generally are so excited for this. We take you on a little quick tour through like how prehistoric media has kind of been in the last, let's say, what, 20-ish, 30 years. So obviously you have, starting in the early 1990s, you had Jurassic Park. That was the big thing. And it was big because A, Steven Spielberg, obviously. B, it was a popular book already. And then C, it was bringing dinosaurs to life in this way that had never really been done on screen before, where you've got them walking around, interacting with the like real environments, and it's not stop motion animation either. Like, because dinosaurs are not new to the screen, but seeing dinosaurs in a non stop motion animation setting like this was brand new, and computer generated imagery was also brand new at the time. So that and practical effects is it's why part of why Jurassic Park obviously like still holds up so well today, both as a film and then also just visually. Even though it's like, I think might be its 30th year actually, 1992. If it came out in 1992, yeah, it came out 30 years ago this summer. Which I'm pretty sure Dominion is capitalizing on. So anyway, you have that. Oh, and also the other big thing, I don't know why I mentioned that. Didn't mention that. The other big thing is that, of course, you had, it was the way the dinosaurs were portrayed. Like, they're not, the look of them was just so radically different from what people were used to at the time, used to seeing. And, this is a whole, like, history of paleo art and history of dinosaur science in general, that I'm not going to get into right now. But the long and short of it is that, you had the big, slow, lumbering lizard type thing. And then in the 60s, there was the 60s and 70s was like the dinosaur renaissance, when people were realizing, or paleontologists anyway, were realizing that these animals were a lot more active. Their postures were different. And to a degree, probably more intelligent than we were giving them credit for. So that's where you get your pack hunting raptors ideas, and dinosaurs had parental care and they watched their babies, and they may have had like courtship rituals and all that sort of stuff. So Jurassic Park really brought that to the public light, and that's why that was so big. And so then you go forward. The Jurassic Park has their 2 sequels, and then in 1999 you have Walking with Dinosaurs. And Walking with Dinosaurs, obviously, was the BBC's first big approach at this sort of thing, where they took the practical effects and the good CGI, for the time anyway, and they put, like $3 to $5 million, no, $6 million into it or something like that, for a 6-part miniseries. And, it was just like someone took a camera and went back into the Mesozoic era and just shot some footage and turned it into like a nature documentary. So that was that approach. And so Walking with Dinosaurs is still held as like, the standard for all the shows that came after it. So When Dinosaurs Roamed America, which was my personal favorite, it's the one I grew up watching and I'm currently reviewing on the channel, if you haven't already noticed that. There's Dinosaur Planet, which was another one that Discovery made a couple of years after that. And those are like the good big three. There's like Walking with Dinosaurs, When Dinosaurs Roamed America, and then Dinosaur Planet. And then beyond that, into like the mid to late 2000s, you got it's kind of like a dry spell. Nothing's really happening. And then there are a bunch more documentaries that are just genuinely not really good. Other people are reviewing them. I'll probably never actually review them on the channel, just because I don't have really the energy or the want to. But there are other channels doing it, and you can go take a look at their stuff. And I'm generally in agreement with what they have to say on those things. So then 2010, 2011 comes around, and there's another wave of documentaries that start to improve, but they're not really all that, in my opinion. I never thought they were all that good. And I'm talking about shows like March of the Dinosaurs, which was probably the best of the three, Planet Dinosaur, which was another BBC program, which was initially trying to be the successor to Walking with Dinosaurs and really didn't do a good job at that. And then Dinosaur Evolution, which people think is a documentary, but it's really not. It was never shot as a documentary. It was never conceived as a documentary. And so when people hate on it so much, it's because it was presented by Discovery as a documentary, but it was never meant to be that. And I feel like a lot of people are still confused about that whole thing, but that's a topic for another day. So then after that early wave, then there's another sort of dry spell up until pretty much now. I mean, like the last couple of years, there have been like a handful of little things on like, from like the BBC, little shows where like it's mostly like a scientist talking, and then like a handful of little scenes with the dinosaur in the background doing something, right? But no like big in their world nature documentary type storytelling. That sort of thing hasn't been around since like 2011 basically. So we've been a whole decade without something like this. And so this is like a true sort of revitalization of this genre, that, you know, we've been wanting for, arguably most people have probably been hungry for since the early 2000s, like that first big wave. So yeah, really excited to see what comes out of this, especially now that you've got Jurassic World Dominion and the whole Jurassic World series being popular again. And for better or worse, it's getting people interested in prehistory and dinosaurs again. So it'll be very good to have this out, this and the other documentaries that are coming after it that I mentioned in my my video at the top of the year. So over the next couple of years, like I'm really hoping to see that people will take that interest in like the Jurassic World stuff and hopefully shift their attention over to this more scientifically, you know, historically accurate thing, where they can get a better, like a more real perspective on like, you know, what prehistory was like and what these animals were like, you know, and sort of enjoy them the way we enjoy them. By we, I mean like the people who, we geek out over them, or we study them, or we do both. So yeah, really looking forward to Prehistoric Planet. I don't know what I'm actually going to do beyond these little reaction things for the channel on this, but I definitely want to do something more with this. Maybe I'll review it when the whole series comes out, if I have the time for it. We'll see. I'll definitely be watching it regardless. So yeah, this was fun. This was fun. Maybe I'll do more of these long. No, I won't. I don't know. I like more scripted things generally, but no, there will be some unscripted stuff coming later. But I'm gonna keep that a surprise. So thanks again for sitting with this for me through this little ramble. And now I'm going to head off and go look for some real dinosaurs. Not real dinosaurs. Well, yeah, some real dinosaurs, some extant dinosaurs, at the local pond.